Good morning, everyone. The subject is Introduction to VLSI Life Cycle. Here I am going to present the Introduction to Life Cycle focusing on system specification and full custom design methodology. In system specification, the VLSI design process begins with system specification. It defines the overall functionality and performance and requirements and design constraints of the integrated circuit. A clear specification helps designer to choose the appropriate architecture and estimate the cost, performance, and feasibility of the design. In the first step in the VLSI design is system specification. The purpose provides a clear design objective, guidelines, architecture selection and implementation, and helps estimated and feasibility. Elements of specification. Here the functional requirements is here defines the operations performed by the design, specifies the input, output, and processing requirements. The one example of the functional requirement is image processing. IC should remove noise from images, and then another one example is processor should perform arithmetic operations. Here the VLSI methodologies. VLSI methodology defines the approach used to develop the integrated circuit in the selection. In the selection depends on the performance, area, power consumption, cost, and also time to market, and determine the level of customization and automation in circuit design. The classification of VLSI design methodology. There are three major VLSI domain methodologies are here. One is full custom, semi-custom, and programmable logic design. The another semi-custom is further divided into two types: standard cell and gate array. The choice depends on performance, chip area, power consumption, cost, and time to market. This is the flowchart of integrated circuit design methods. Here classified into full custom, semi-custom, gate array, FPGA or PLDs, then also included ASIC, then SOC IP based. Here we are going to see full custom design. Here full custom design provides complete control over the transistor sizing, placement, and also routing. Every transistor is designed manually, making it suitable for applications requiring maximum performance, minimum area, and low power consumption. This is a full custom design flow. The specification and circuit design and transistor sizing and custom layout, verification and fabrication. Full custom design concept is here. No dependency on pre-designed standard cell, transistor level circuit optimization, manual placement and routing devices, complete control over transistor size, layout, geometry, signal paths, and power distributions. Here the characteristics of full custom design. The main characteristics of key characteristics of include transistor level control, manual layout, optimized performance, minimum chip area, and low power consumptions. However, it requires significant design effort than expertise and development time. These are the characteristics of full custom. Then also advantage of full custom is full custom design offers the highest performance, smallest chip area, and low power consumptions. It widely used in high performance microprocessor, memory circuits, then analog and mixed signal ICs and RF communication circuits. Here the disadvantage also in full custom design, the disadvantage is high design effort and time, high development cost, increased error risk, poor scalability, and limited reusability. These are the some application of full custom design: high performance microprocessor, memory circuit, analog mixed ICs, then RF circuits. The comparison is parameter comparison is shown in the PPT. Design level transistor customization complete. Performance is highest, area is minimum, power is lowest, design time is very high, cost is high, automation is less, application is high performance, ASIC and analog ICs. Thank you.